All right, folks. I have a fun one because I have my lovely sister, Ashley, here to just share her success story within the program. And she went through this with me when I first created it many years back. And then she did it again this past spring and summer. And I would just love for you to share kind of like where you were before this round and like what were some of the frustrations and challenges that you were dealing with.
Okay, so before ever starting your program, I was constantly on that hamster wheel, start and stop, start and stop. My mind was really foggy, tired, constantly tired all the time. And I just felt like almost on like the verge of like depression because I couldn't quite get to where I had wanted. I didn't really know where I wanted to go. And I was going, trying to eat healthy, trying to think I was eating healthy, and then finally realizing I wasn't really reaching my goals with the way I was trying to eat. So I needed some more like clarity um, and sort of a guide to help me along the way of where I wanted to go. And that's really where I reached out to you and was like, I'm failing every 5 seconds. I need help to get me on some sort of track. So that's where I was.
For
And then
sure.
I started the program and things started to make a little bit more sense. And I felt like I was educating myself with your extra like tutorials. And that was like a huge piece to me because I was really seeing some of the stuff that I thought was good and I was putting into my body. And it kind of started to make sense of why I wasn't really reaching my goals because all this stuff I had been eating for so many years had been contributing to this endless hamster wheel that I was going in.
Yeah. Yeah. And like I would love for you to share like because you've seen the evolution and the growth of this. Like what do you feel was different about this time specifically for you? Like what do you think were the changes that like really helped you this round?
So I think focusing more on your mindset because that's still like a battle for me. But like focusing more on the mindset was a lot more helpful. Breaking down the way my brain talks to myself is key component
Yep.
in my success and was a reason of why I was always starting and stopping in the first place.
Yeah.
So breaking down the mindset was really helpful for me. And um there was just like having somebody, the emotional aspect with everybody else is huge for me.
Yeah.
Being able to talk about it, relate with it, because there's not that many people around you that you can talk to this stuff about. Nobody, not many of my friends that I know of, at least, do I talk about this stuff with. So
Sure.
having people going through it with the same sort of goals, the same attitude, and the same struggles
Yeah.
was just like a light. Like I looked forward to it every week. I thought about it every week. I still think about everybody that was in my group and wonder about them and couldn't want to connect with them. And like that connection of having you as a coach and having teammates around you, being like a former athlete was really helpful for me too. That was like one of my favorite parts by far.
Yeah, it's huge. And I love that you brought up the mindset stuff because, like, when I first started this, I definitely didn't have the same level of expertise and knowledge around mindset and the subconscious mind and all of those things. And that's the stuff that's really kind of shifted it. And I've watched it stick so much harder for you this time, which was really
Yeah.
cool. So
Yeah.
it's
And
really led to this point. Yeah. What were you going to say?
well, like not feeling like a failure, even if something goes a different direction, learning from it and understanding what happened was like my favorite part too, because it's something that you can use day to day, because not every day is the same. And you might be traveling this time and doing something else this time, but reflecting on what happened or what occurred or what choices you made was like a huge help for me as well. Like just wrapping your head around every decision that you're making, but not like over analyzing, just like learning from it and moving forward, not like honing in on what happened and like feeling like a failure. That's like a huge thing for
Yeah.
me too.
Yeah. And I would love for you to just share like what are some of the results that you got and really where are you now? Like, I mean, a lot of people don't know, like, you're a busy mom of three, you're a
Yeah.
nurse. But even with all of that stuff, you were able to get some pretty great results and keep them for the past 6 months,
Yes.
almost nine,
So
10 months.
so I started this journey 3 years ago. I would say ultimately for 3 years, 6 months, however long as it's been now, I've been able to maintain a much healthier lifestyle than I ever had before so I'm 35, so almost 3 years now. I've
Yeah,
had a better health than my previous 35,
sure, yeah,
32 years.
yeah,
So that's really important to me. I've had more energy, less brain fog, um, a better attitude, and like everything towards life itself, and like endless opportunities feel like they're at my fingers touch. I like I don't know what else. I guess I've been able to maintain a weight, not the goal weight I've had in mind, but I've been maintaining a consistent weight, which was awesome because the
yeah.
fluctuation for me was like it was always like a mind battle for me. So I've been like a consistent weight, which is fantastic. Um, and just overall, most important to me more than the weight is the fueling my body with the important nutrients to help maintain like hormonal balance, mental stability, and energy is what's the key. What I have learned is the key component for my life and my lifestyle, my children, and making sure I'm showing them the most important nutritional way that they could eat. That's been like the biggest like golden star for me, is I just feel like I'm being a good role model for them,
Yeah.
and also know that I am like fueling myself with appropriate nutrients that I need in order to maintain this insane life that I live. So
Absolutely. And
yeah,
I think it's just so important because, it would have been easy for you to say, I can't do this. My life is
yeah,
so busy. I'm working and I'm doing all these things. And I think a lot of people get into like, it's now's not the right time. Like it's,
yeah.
blah, 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 blah. But you did it and you're doing it. And, you played full out and it was just awesome to watch. Um, if you had any advice for somebody that was thinking about having a body transformation, health
Mhm.
transformation, mind transformation, and was thinking about a program like this or any program in general, what advice do you have for them?
I would say any step in the right direction is the biggest step you can make, because this isn't like a one time, I'm going to do it. It may work, it may not work. I have built off of this for the past 3 years, and I'm still continuing to build off of it. And my health has slowly improved each step of the way. So if you're looking for long-term gains,
Yeah,
this is the way to start, because it's not just a one step fixes something. It's multiple. It's like the onion peel, whatever
yes,
saying
so
that is.
totally layers of the onion.
It's
Sure.
it's so many layers to get to where you need, and it's not an easy process. But to see what I started with and where I was and now where I'm going, or where I am and where I'm going,
Yeah.
I'm just like so flabbergasted. And it's so overwhelming at first, but the more and more you continue to try and build and learn and change your life, the more results you're going to get. And that's like the best thing that I can say honestly has helped me, is like I'm becoming who I want to be, slowly and steady, rather than like that one time fail. Oh, I failed. Oh, I'll start again.
Yeah.
New Year's. Oh, I didn't do
Yeah.
it again. I'm finally seeing like I'm becoming who I want to be. And that's like, to myself, is like a mental just like breakthrough. Like it makes me so happy that I'm like slowly and steady getting there, and I haven't looked back since. Whereas a lot of times I stopped and never looked back, and like just kind of continued to fail, in my opinion. I'm like, I feel like I'm slowly succeeding and learning more and building off of everything you've taught me to tailor into my own lifestyle too. And I find that really important, really important.
Absolutely. So it just sounds like such a healthier mindset and really just like
Mhm.
releasing and letting go of the all or nothing. and
Yeah.
making it about always something, right? And pushing into
Yes.
that and
And
doing that.
any little bit helps, and one step at a time, one little meal or the start of your day or something like that can really have such a huge impact on the future of your day and every day and your like eternal life. Exactly. So
Yeah, yeah,
I think
for
that's
sure.
like one of the most important aspects I've gotten out of this. And hopefully am reflecting on like people around me, that they can have this as well too. It's like my kids and my husband. So
Absolutely. The ripple effect is amazing.
yeah, the
Ash,
ripple effect. Yes, yes, yes,
you
yes.
are awesome. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for sharing your story. It's powerful. People need to hear it. So you were the bomb. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.